The Dragon Ball Sparking Zero December patch has arrived.
But did they cook? Did they cook? I think they cooked. A lot of the changes, the feedback, the surveys, I think it helped a lot because a lot of stuff we had problems with have been totally addressed. There's still a couple things I do wish to be, kind of adjusted a bit, but overall, this patch is amazing. And well, it comes out December 12th, so if you're watching this the day of, it comes out tomorrow. Any other day, it's probably out already. And keep in mind, there's going to be a maintenance period. Let's jump right into these patch notes, and I see something super exciting because everybody's been asking for this from what I can see. All stages are now available in local play, so local multiplayer. It says all stages are now available in offline P1 versus P2 battles. So now you're no longer stuck to the hyperbolic time chamber. You can now play on every other map and, well, just enjoy the scenery. So that's beautiful. That's great. Apparently there were performance issues, but they got those fixed. So W. And here we go. So apparently this was supposed to be like a big mechanical update, but they've done a couple other things as well, like that, of course. And well, now apparently more organization because a function allowing you to change a character's display method has been added. The wording's probably a little bit confusing for you, but I talked about this a little bit in my leak video. And well, apparently it's just gonna be more organized essentially. So if you click on Z Goku, you're gonna get the Z transformations. And if you, click Super Goku, you get the Super and transformations. So it's just stuff like that. It's pretty simple. It says a function allowing you to, so you probably have to change that in the settings, but that's just really cool. I'm glad that that's added because more organization will be nice. It's not going to be, oops, all Goku on the screen. So that's a W in my book. And here it says my sets function has been added to 4 team members. Hopefully that means what I think it means. And instead of having to individually pick your team every single time, you're going to have presets and you're going to be allowed to, well, just swap between them. And, well, great. So essentially loadouts. I hope so. So yeah, no longer have to individually select your characters, hopefully. Again, the wording's weird. We have to wait till the patch. Ranked match, player match. You can now skip the intro battle animations. It requires both players to input the skip command. Good thing I watched these while I edit because I totally skipped past that one. And I do have to say this. I thought that you couldn't skip it because it would add desync issues. If that was the case, then definitely fix those now. I'm glad that you can now just get right into the action. That seems to be like the big thing that they're trying to do with the organization. And now you can skip the intro, so now you can just fight immediately. Here's one thing though that does bug me about the game. After the animation, the intro, you go right into the fight. There's no like 3, 2, 1, go. I do hope that somehow, some way, they kind of do that because that does bug me that it goes right into the fight immediately. And I don't know how that's going to play out if you could just skip the intro. You're going to be caught off guard like so fast. So hopefully they add some sort of delay between the match start and the skip. Even if it's just like a second or two, just so you can kind of get your bearings. All right, back to past Mickey. Player match, you can now set your team to hidden or revealed to your opponent when editing your team. So I guess in player matches, you could choose to say, hey, this is who I'm playing with, this is who you are fighting, or you'd be like, nah, you just don't know. That's cool, that's fine. I don't really play player match too much, so I wouldn't really know. Custom battle mode, again, more organization. Text can now be sorted alphabetically, so it should be easier to find stuff that you're looking for. So that's a great change, amazing change. It is what it is. Options, here's something apparently people have been asking for as well. You can now set the battle camera distance to be closer. Apparently people didn't like how far away the camera was. Well, now it's a bit closer if you choose to do so. And here we are, the mechanical updates that we were promised. Battle system adjustments, high speed dragon dash. So new action, hopefully this works against up down spam, but I don't think that's gonna be as much of as a problem because it does get addressed a little bit later. So we get a new move, a new quick move in action, high speed dragon dash. So apparently it's R2 holding X on PS5, RT holding A on Xbox Series X and S. And well, yeah, I'm pretty sure we had this in the past games. I could be wrong. but it sounds oddly familiar. But hopefully it could, make it easier to hit things that are just moving up and down very quickly. And here with smash attacks, you can no longer be stunned when being hit with a rush ki blast. So I'm imagining that just means ki blast. So now it looks like this patch, a lot of ki blasts have just been nerfed in general. So now you could hit a smash attack, no problem. No ki blast spam. When charging a smash attack during a rush attack, charge time reduction based on hit count has been increased. I'm assuming that means there's a bit of damage scaling. So you can't, things are easier to confirm, things are harder to confirm. They balance the game slightly, just a little bit. And, I don't really mind that. A little bit more consistency would be nice in this game, so good on them. Rush ki blast, the time between being able to fire the next rush ki blast after firing the maximum consecutive amount at once, it says different for each character, has been increased. So again, you can't just ki blast spam. I'm looking at you, Broly players, sparking mode. All right, anyway, rush ki blast deflection. You can now move while deflecting rush ki blast. So there's a lot more counterplay to just spammers in general. Steps. So this is something that I'm very happy with as well, because I feel like there's a couple times where I've done a couple steps. I'm like, why'd I get grabbed? Why'd I get hit? I dashed. I went to the side. I stepped. Well, now you no longer be able to be hit by certain attacks immediately after performing steps. So you have a little bit more invulnerability. So this is great. I feel like, again, more consistency is great. Rush ki blast and smash ki blast can now also be evaded. So more consistency, more things to evade. It's going to add a bit more skill. So I'm with it. But, it could also be a detriment to me as well, obviously. I'm not the only one benefiting. Obviously, everybody else has this move as well. So if I get it done on me, I'm be like, no. But if I do it, I'm going to feel good. Z burst dash. The amount of ki consumed when activating it has been increased. So I'm assuming this is going to help with Z counters. So there's going to be less Vanish Wars. With more ki consumed, Vanish Wars are going to be less of an issue. That is addressed later on in the patch notes as well. But before that, Burst Smash. Ki Blast will no longer be consumed when activating it and will instead consume an amount based on distance traveled. So that's fine. I guess, depending on how far you are, depends on how much ki you lose. Understandable, makes sense. I do think wording is a little bit off in some of these instances, but it is what it is. Blast, damage has been increased when using a boost. I don't know why that wasn't a thing before. So why were we boosting to begin with? I don't know if that was like a glitch or if they added that. That does seem a bit odd. Z search. Okay, this is something I'm happy with as well, because stuff like this was really annoying playing DP battles, which is another reason why you saw me playing single battles a lot during my videos. So Z search will no longer be lose track of your opponent when characters are swapped. Now in DP battles, if you swap characters, focus will not be lost. So good. Another thing here that was really annoying as well, because when people would instant transmission or something, I would get in front of them and I still couldn't see them. So now it says you will now quickly regain sight of your opponent if they enter your line of sight from the front when Z-Search is not locked onto them. So there's going to be less, hey, I'm looking right at him. Hey, he's right there. Look at him. Because that's happened a couple times in my videos as well, I'm pretty sure, where me and the opponent were just staring directly at each other and it just didn't lock on for either of us. We were like, what the heck? So, that's fixed. Z counter, and this is what I'm talking about, where I'm saying vanish battles have been reduced. So not only our dashes take more ki, meaning you have less ki to Z counter, the input window has been shortened on Z counter. Z counter will become more difficult to perform if performed consecutively. So now it's just going to be like, I don't know, I'm assuming it's going to be quicker. It's not going to be as, I guess, formulaic. Ki consumed has been increased. So again, it's going to, instead of being 3 minutes, it might just be like 3 seconds. Obviously a little bit hyperbole there, but yeah. So now you're taking more ki when you do those vanishes. Skill count increase. Speed has been reduced when successfully performing a Z counter. Yep. So now less skill counts, meaning less skills being used. So yeah, make things a little bit easier. Less false courage, less after image strike, which again does get addressed later on. So I'm sure you're happy about that one, because after image strike is kind of annoying. Anyway, moving on. Revenge counter. Skill count consumed when using perception against revenge counter has been reduced from 2 to 1. So apparently a lot of people were wondering, why would I use this move if it consumes 2? It's kind of a waste. So they listened, and it only consumes 1 now. Rush attacks during sparking mode. Gradual damage reduction of consecutive hits has been increased. And this is just simple damage scaling. Most fighting games have damage scaling. I don't know why this wasn't a thing already. This really does seem like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero 1.0 versus 2.0. But again, I'm happy they're listening. I'm happy they're doing stuff like this. So now, let's say you don't know how to get out of back shots. Pause. Now if you're getting hit a bunch, you're going to lose less health. So the lower tier characters are going to have a better time and not just get mollywopped. So damage scaling is now a thing. Combos, the final attack. This is huge, actually. I think this is big because a lot of times I would just hit circle on my end to finish the combo versus doing the final attack because, well, it's not a true combo. But now we got true combos because the final attack of aerial combos and aerial slash combos will no longer be interrupted by guarding. So more true combos and more consistency, as I was saying before. So that's a W. Character switch, health recovery rate of standby characters has been reduced. I don't really see why they did this. I don't see an issue either way. Then again, I didn't play TP battles too much, but I don't think the health recovery was too much, but I guess it's gonna be less. So, hey, whatever. I'm okay with that change. Z burst dash. This is an amazing one. So the tackle done by giant characters during Z burst dashes is now guardable. Dog. No Dr. Wheelo. No Dr. Wheelo spam. No Janimba spam. Any giant character trying to tackle me, I can block and actually handle it. Bruh. Yes. Obviously, there were ways around it, but a lot of it required skill count. So now you can actually deal with a giant and fight them. That's great. Yeah. So no more cheese. They're taking away cheese. I've noticed they've taken away a lot of cheese in the patch. So that's a W. All right, skill adjustments. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Skills that cause instant sparking mode. Skill count consumed has been increased. So now instant sparking costs more skill counts. No key sickness still. I do think that would be really helpful. But, I guess less skill counts. Yeah, so it'd be harder to spam those. So, W. Skills that increase stats in general. Skill count consumed has been decreased. So I guess that's can be easier to do. Cool, I guess. Now here's the thing that's super huge. So as you saw in the patch notes, key blast spam has been negated. So you can't key blast spam an after image strike. So here in after image strike, the effect duration has been reduced to 10 seconds. I believe it was 15 seconds before. And it will be removed if your opponent uses perception while you are under the effect. So from what that sounds like, you no longer have to key blast spam a after image strike user. You just use perception and it's gone. So if I'm reading that right, then after image strike, that's not a problem anymore. They got that down. That is what that is. And this right here is definitely due to the androids. False courage skill count consumed has been increased from 1 to 2. So yeah, take that, androids. Technique. All I need is 5 seconds. I believe this is Super Saiyan 4 Goku's move. Skill count consumed has been increased from 3 to 2. And status increase upon activation has been increased. All right. That's fine, I guess. Stardust barrier. You can now activate it while recovering melee attacks from the front. So, yeah, I guess you could just do a barrier while you're getting hit. That's fine. That's basically explosive wave. I guess that wasn't a thing that you were able to do. So that's fine. Understandable. Bit annoying, but that's just the game. Blast adjustments. All right. Here's something that's interesting as well. I believe this is to stop in my opinion, I think this stops unblockable supers, essentially. Unblockable super spam. Long range blast and ultimate blast. Speed has been reduced. So it's going to be slower. So I'm assuming you could get away from them a lot easier. Time to vanish and actually kind of run away from them, which is great. I mean, this is just in general range blast and ultimate blast, but I'm specifically talking the spammers of the unblockable attacks like Kefla's explosive wave type move and obviously Z Broly's ultimate. So now these can be easier to dodge. So that's a W. Super Vegito Final Kamehameha. It's been nerfed, but it's also been buffed to, well, adjust for the nerf. Ki consumed is more, but damage has been increased. So you use more ki, but you do more damage. So I think that's perfectly fine. Hopefully it doesn't take like 10 bars. It probably won't. That's hyperbole. But yeah, so more ki, more damage. Makes sense. Goku Mini Quick Rush trajectory can now be changed while rushing. So now when you do that move, you can twist and turn all you want. I guess that's fine. I don't see an issue. Mr. Satan spam has been dealt with, I guess, because increased ending lag after activation. So if homie misses, you win. You know, I guess this was an issue. I do think that it was really easy to spam Mr. Satan's present bomb. So I guess it's going to be more ending lag, so you could just hit him and he won't be able to spam it as hard. So that's fine. And here we go, character adjustments. This is due to the tournament and stuff. Android 19 and Dr. Gero. The health and ki amount absorbed on a throw has been adjusted, so I'm assuming there's going to be less ki and health absorbing. Dragon Dash, Quick Ascent, and Quick Descend now actually do consume ki, so now you can't just constantly go up and down, up and down. I do have a question though. Android 16, still a robotic Android. Does he still have the ki reduction? Are we gonna have to now deal with Android 16 going up and down? Or did he consume ki already? And the 19 and Gero being an oversight? Like, was that an oversight? Like, I don't know. Let me know. I genuinely don't know. But either way, I don't think it was an issue because I feel like they would have used 16 if that was the case. Anyway. So second form, you can now escape the throw. I guess you couldn't escape the throw before. I'm unaware of this issue. But that sounds like a pain in the butt if that really was a thing. So now it's not. Cooler amount of health restored upon transforming has been increased. So cooler buffs. That's cool. That's cooler. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Giant characters increased the time it takes to charge a smash attack and reduced its power. So more nerfs on giant characters. I don't really think they were too much of an issue, but I guess they were. Other than like the tackle being an issue, I don't think they were that hard to deal with. Grade up Vegeta and Dr. Wheelo. Their maximum health has been reduced, so now they have less health. And then of course we have improved performance and ease of use, which is true because they organized the menus. And well, obviously they increased performance because now you can play local play on every single map. So that is facts. That is true. They listen to us. What do you guys think about this patch? What do you think should have been added? I'm curious what you guys think. I think they cooked. I do think there's a couple things that could be addressed, but overall I am super happy. I'm gonna jump right into the game when I can. And well, yeah, good job SparkingZero. Good job Bandai. They listened. And hopefully it's gonna be less of a slog.